So how quickly do you detrain if you're sick and off the bike? That's a question that's been buzzing around in my head for the last week or two. As you can probably hear, I've got a bit of a chest still. Doesn't help that my asthma is always aggravated when I get a chest infection, and what may last a week ends up lasting 2 or 3 weeks or more. And I've been doing some research to try to find out exactly what happens. Keep watching the video to find out how quickly you detrain. So if you're anything like me, you probably spend hours at home when you're ill and off the bike thinking, oh God, I'm going to lose all that fitness I spent months trying to get back. And the good news is it's not as bad as we often think. We can often catastrophize being off the bike and think we're going to be completely unfit at the end. So in the first week or so, you probably won't notice that much of a difference. You will start losing blood volume quite quickly, and your body realizes it doesn't need the volume of blood you had. It starts to reduce it, and correspondingly you can transport a bit less oxygen around your body. And in the second week there might be a slight drop in muscle enzymes and things like that, again meaning you're carrying a bit less oxygen about. So once you start riding again after 1 or 2 weeks off, you might notice a slightly elevated heart rate because your heart's having to work a little bit harder to get oxygen pumping around. In weeks 2 to 4, other bigger changes happen. You might actually even have a reduction in the size of your heart, or certainly your left ventricle, which does most of the pumping of your blood. Capillaries might start to reduce as well, that are essential for carrying that blood to your muscles. So actual physiological changes like that do occur. And the fitter you are, the more effect it has. You've got a very high peak and you've got sort of more to lose before you get to a stasis, or that natural position of your body. So after 3 or 4 weeks or a month or more, that detraining continues and your body does lose a lot of that fitness and physiological changes that have happened. And eventually it reaches, as I said, a sort of plateau where changes occur much more slowly, but you have lost a lot of that fitness. So the big question, of course, is how long does it take to get it back? Well, a rough rule of thumb is twice as long as you're off the bike. So if you're off for a month, maybe it's going to take you a couple of months of training again to get back where you were. Not good news, but not the end of the world. And if you're older, it might take a bit longer. Good news again is if you have got a lot of training under your belt, it can speed things up a bit because your body does have that sort of memory and can just go back to where it was a little bit more quickly. And in my mind, having tried it before, it's far better to let that natural process of healing and recovery work before you start doing training. So many times I've gone out on the bike and done quite a big ride or something like that in the hope of building fitness or not losing too much, and I've probably just made myself worse. You might be saying, why are you on the bike now? Well, I'm taking it very easy. I'm literally 5 minutes from home. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, try clicking that button too. And until next time, bye for now.